Every morning, when your eyes open, a quiet battle begins. Before you check your phone, before you speak a word, before you even take a breath, it's the battle for your peace. But Psalm 27 carries a strength that can shift your entire day. This psalm isn't just inspiring language. It's a spiritual weapon forged out of real pain. David didn't write these words from a throne. He wrote them while running, hiding, and trying to survive betrayal. And yet, in the middle of that chaos, he made a bold declaration. "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" That wasn't just confidence. That was courage in the middle of pressure. Because when everything around you feels unstable, Psalm 27 reminds you that your stability doesn't come from your surroundings. It comes from the one who surrounds you. Fear has a way of waking up earlier than we do. Before your feet hit the ground, it whispers things like, "You can't handle today. Nothing is going to change. God isn't going to show up." But David teaches us something vital. You don't overcome fear by pretending it isn't there. You overcome it by speaking truth louder than the fear that speaks to you. He said, "Though an army should encamp against me, my heart will not fear." That's not denial, that's determination. That's choosing faith over the loudest voice in the room. And that's the heart of Psalm 27. It shifts your focus, because the moment you stop staring at what's against you and start remembering who is fighting for you, fear loses its grip. One of the hardest parts of the psalm is also the most misunderstood. Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. Waiting doesn't feel holy, it feels empty. It feels like nothing is moving, nothing is changing, nothing is happening. But while you wait, God works. David wasn't waiting on a comfortable couch. He was waiting while being chased, while hiding in caves, while crying out for answers that didn't arrive overnight. But he waited anyway, because real faith isn't proven in the miracle. It's proven in the middle. Maybe that's where you are right now. You've prayed, you've believed, and yet heaven feels silent. But silence is never absence. God may be building the strength you'll need for the blessing He's preparing. Patience, endurance, unshakable faith. What's powerful about Psalm 27 is that David didn't find peace because the storm disappeared. He found peace while the storm continued. He said, "In the day of trouble, He will keep me safe in His dwelling." He didn't say the trouble would vanish. He said God would cover him inside of it. That's peace. Not the absence of trouble, but the presence of trust. So when anxiety rises, don't run away. Respond with faith. Speak it until it shifts your atmosphere. "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" You're not repeating words, you're retraining your spirit. You're reminding your soul who's really in control. There's something deeper hidden inside Psalm 27. David doesn't merely ask for protection, he asks for presence. He says, "One thing I ask from the Lord, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life." He could have asked for revenge, victory, or escape, but he asked for God. Because peace doesn't come from having control, peace comes from staying connected. When you stay close to God, the things that once shook you lose their power. Your heart gets calmer, your mind strengthens, and suddenly you're not reacting to fear, you're resting in faith. Psalm 27 begins with a declaration of light. "The Lord is my light." Light doesn't argue with darkness, it replaces it. Every morning you have two choices. Focus on the shadows that try to drain you, or turn toward the light that never fades. When you start your day by speaking God's word, everything shifts. Your outlook, your emotions, even the way you respond to challenges. So tomorrow morning, before the noise of the world takes over, speak Psalm 27 out loud. Let it set the tone for your day. Because when you begin with His light, darkness has nowhere left to hide. And if this message strengthened your spirit today, type in the comments, I will fear no evil, and subscribe for more faith-filled messages that draw you closer to God.